Alright, how we doing, folks? I am here presenting my 2008 Speed Racer Hot Wheels Street Car Collection. The Hot Wheels Speed Racer line was, in my opinion, one of their strongest lines. With the attachments that they had for the cars, I don't have them on hand right now. The castings, they're so lightweight, they're durable, they're just really fun. Did some research, dug up some of my old cars because I loved the movie when it came out. I wasn't ashamed of that. It was my favorite movie at the time. I loved Speed Racer, even before the movie. My parents would buy me the original series DVDs from Cracker Barrel. And such a nostalgic time, and I guess this comes out of that. So let's start off with the Mach 5. This was Speed Racer's car. Obviously, belonged to Rex Racer before Speed in the 2008 movie. This is a great casting. I love it. Perfectly balanced. I found that track performance is unmatched with actually the whole line of Mach cars. So props to Pops for that. Moving on to Rex Racer's car, or Racer X as his alter ego, the Shooting Star. I'm not sure if this was actually ever referred to as the Shooting Star in the movie. It might have been in the script, but I haven't read that, so not sure. Another good casting. I've just found that the paint on a lot of these cars, especially the black paint, chips off really easily, and I don't mind. These are relatively cheap cars. They're not. I collect the Acceleracers collection as well, and that is absurdly expensive compared to these. So I don't mind running these down the track and scuffing them up like that, but just an observation. And we have Teijo Togakan's car, belonging to Togakan Motors. I don't actually know the name of this one, if there is even a name for this car. If there is one, you can let me know. I'd like to know. It's a little tiny car, but I like how compact it is. I like all the cockpits on these cars. Two-seaters. They're like cars that you actually did see on the street in the movie. At the beginning, Rex Racers driving Speed down their own street to their home, and you see all these race cars on the street that all these regular people are driving. So that's just the norm in the Speed Racer universe. So then next to the Togakan Motors car is actually one that I found coincidentally. I didn't even realize this when I bought it. It has, I want to say Japanese. I'm not certain on that. It's cool. It fits right in with the Togakan Motors theme, with the red, white, and black, and obviously the Asian character on there. Two-seater as well. That was a big aspect in my research for these cars. Also, going back to Teijo's car, terrible on the track. At least on the tracks that I've set up, not a performer, but that's okay. Still looks cool. Moving on, I have the Hydrocell team. These are both the same number 12. Yes. Driven by, well, the lead was driven by Snake Oiler. All wiped out in the Casa Cristo race. It's very cool. Looks like a snake. And the prints on both of these cars are actually unique. On the front, you can tell better. That print is different, and I like that. And let's move down to the next team, Flying Foxes Freight Company. Driven by Delilah. I'm not sure about the second driver, or what other number it was besides 87. But I love the pink. I love the hot pink wheels. It's such a girly car. And then moving on, the MX-48 Turbo, another two-seater. Very reminiscent of some of the street cars that you can see in the Casa Cristo race. Thoraxine team. I love the mid-engine on this. Looks like a barrel. It looks like a barrel. Just now seeing that. Front of the car is like an axe or spear, and they touch on that in the movie. They have him perform a move to come in and on, I believe it was Teijo's car, like a spear, just kamikaze ramming his car. Unsuccessful, but very cool. Moving on to, I have no idea what the name of this car is. I just checked. There is no name on the bottom, so orange and green car. I love the colors catching the eye however they can. And it's just asking for a number to be placed on there somewhere. I gotta find some decals to throw on there. Moving on to Monte Racer. I actually have two of these in here, different liveries, but you can see that some of the teams used the same car, or the same design, for different teams. Single seater. So this kind of falls in line with the Thorexine team, for the street cars at least. But that's where the inspiration for these ones came from. Single seater. There are some cars, street cars in the movie that are single seaters. I just couldn't find a casting that looked similar, so I just went off of some other stuff. I actually think that this one might be the most similar. So this is Road Rocket. This was inspired by Rex Racer's car. He drove after he left Racer Motors. Drove for Uniron. I just discovered that the World Race version of Road Rocket was really good on the track, so I thought, hey, why don't I buy one that kind of looks like Speed Racer street car? Let's move down to Monoposto. This, I believe I had this when I was a kid. Maybe not this same exact livery, but I loved this car. I think I traded it off to my friend that actually lived down the street for another one. Another single-seater. I love the front profile of this. The headlights look cool. We've got another Monte Racer. Different wheels. I also like the variation of wheels on the Speed Racer line. This is Geronimo. Does not have a number on it. Another single seater. This one seat is in the front here. Interesting design. Carbonic, another two-seater. Number 30. PR5's on there. Very reminiscent of... Oh. Would you look at that? They are the same car. I did not even realize that at first. Wow. Didn't even really look at them. So this is me actually getting my real first look at it. Moving on to Roadster Bite. Another one with no number on there. But I love the orange wheels. It's not realistic at all. But the Flying Fox Freight Company can have hot pink wheels, the Roadster Bite can have orange wheels. We have 3 of these castings, and honestly, I don't really like them that much now that I actually have them. They are medieval. They are numbers 37, 33, and 68, or 89. 68. These guys look really funky, but it's perfect for Speed Racer. Look, it only has one headlight on there as far as I'm aware. Single seater, all have drivers in there. It's very interesting, the cars that they decide to put drivers in. I'm not sure why. But I didn't realize that the fenders were like offset. It's a very interesting design choice. I'm not knocking it. It's very asymmetrical. I'm not a huge fan of that. I was trying to imagine that these are all on the same team, but they could also very well not be on the same team. That's just me making up a headcanon to justify why I bought these cars. And I didn't spend a whole lot on these cars, which was nice coming out of buying all the official ones and out of an Acceleracers collecting phase. So that was a nice experience. This was a nice experience. All packed very nice. They were actually very local to me too, so I got it quick. Retroactive. Numbers 3 and 4. The one has white wheels, which is pretty cool. Or gray, I guess. Gray wheels. That's what white wheels would look like after being on the road, which is cool. More single-seaters. And I really like these castings. Like I said, these all remind me of something that you would see in the Speed Racer universe. With this massive... This is a battery, I just realized. But that totally could be a Speed Racer thing. You know. And the last one is not really a Speed Racer street car, but I feel like it deserved the feature. I bought it in the box, brand new. This was a very important car to me when I was a kid. It reminded me of RD06 from the Acceleracers line. So, I bought a new one. And the wheels on this are just insanely fast. This is a really impressive casting. Drift King, number 8. So that was all my Speed Racer street cars. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions or anything, let me know in the comments or wherever. Thanks for watching.